Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. I hope you guys are excited for this wonderful day today. I know I am. It's a beautiful day in San Antonio, Texas. And here's what I want to talk with you about today, because it is on my mind and in my heart. For those of you that know me, you know that I am a father of 7 children. Angela and I will be married 25 years this year. You know, success in business doesn't really capture my attention. Success in business doesn't really garnish my respect at the highest level. Success and wealth and financial independence to me are simply indicators of another person's choice and another person's value system that, by the way, if you're good at your work and you're great at your work, you happen to love doing your work and you enjoy it. So although there may be some long days and some long nights, if there's a love for the work or an enjoyment for the work or a joy in the disciplining of managing one's finances, there's a lot of satisfaction that can come from that, because you do the same thing day in and day out and you get better at what you do. What I respect differently than success or wealth or the accumulation of money, because that, my friends, is nothing more and nothing less than a man or a woman who has locked in and chosen to master this discipline, the science of achievement. In any industry, in any field, and in any job, there is a science, there is a scientific formula that can be followed or duplicated to bring success, as defined as performing at a very high level or earning the type of income one intends to earn. There is a formula to that, and we call that, in the coaching world, very clearly, the science of achievement. And I don't have a whole lot of respect for that, because, you know, that's kind of fun and you can work on that and it's cool. What I have an incredible amount of respect for is what we call the art of achievement. The science of achievement, forgive me, the art of fulfillment. The art of fulfillment. Okay, because you can achieve and not be fulfilled. You can achieve and not be fulfilled as a person. You can achieve and not be happy. You can achieve and not feel that peace of mind. You can achieve and yet have your home life a wreck, your parenting a wreck, your marriage a wreck, your physical health a wreck, your spiritual life a wreck, but you have a lot of money. So is that really winning? Not to me. The respect I have is for those who invest an incredible amount of time in the art of fulfillment. The science of achievement can be followed. The art of fulfillment is subjective to what it is that you are attempting to accomplish or to achieve relationally in the hard parts of life, typically in your marriage or in your parenting. So because this is a subject Angela and I have been discussing, as a father of 7, Stephen, our oldest son, will be shipping out to the Navy on Monday. And so we are reflecting back on the life we have created in our home for our children. And it occurred to me, I do not know how many of you as parents or grandparents have a very clear vision, idea, plan, or goal for what winning is for your family when your children leave their home, or when their grandchildren will leave your children's home. You get do-overs. Do you have a very clear idea of what winning is for you and your family? Or have you done your best just to not choke them out? Because there are times and seasons for that, okay? So I want to bring some clarity to this reality for us. I'm not saying it's the right way. I'm definitely not saying it's the only way. I'm saying it's our way through the reflection we have had today. I have had a couple of very simple winning ideas for when we send our children off. And I'm going to share them with you today in the spirit of humility. Number one, highest priority. Number one, highest priority. When my children leave the house, my goal, Angela's goal, our goal as their parents were that they would leave the house with an incredible revelation and understanding that there is a loving Heavenly Father, their God, their Creator, who absolutely adores them, who loves them, who has a plan for their life, and who has a vision for where they're going, and who created them for a very specific purpose in this earth. And He is longing to reveal that daily if they will simply spend time with Him, knowing that they have a loving Heavenly Father who absolutely adores them and is for them. They're not working for victory in that relationship. They're operating from victory. They know the difference between their state and their standing. Their state can change from circumstance to circumstance based on their soul, which is their mind, will, and emotions. But their standing is they are loved by God. Boom. Winning number one. There is a God who loves you, and He is Abba Father, Daddy. He is way more million times better than your earthly daddy. I guarantee you that. Number two, that no matter what we have done and what we have gone through and the trials and tribulations in our life, that my mother and father absolutely love me and have my back. They are a manifestation on earth of the unconditional love of God, and I can trust them to communicate my heart with them at any time. Number two. Number three, your family is and always will be a higher priority than your profession, your business, your job, what you do for a living. Your family will always be the higher priority. That we have modeled this for decades to demonstrate, not as a theory, but actually living that out so that they leave the home and know it's God first, it's family second, and it's business, job, or career third, so much as you have the ability to make decisions about how to prioritize that. Some people are locked into professions which allows very little time for schedule changes, yet that does not abdicate them from the responsibility to learn and grow in relationship with those around them, so that when you are with them, you are able to hit the bullseye. And that is it, my friend. There's a loving Heavenly Father, absolutely adores them, will always be there for them. When Angela and I cannot be, there will be a day when Angela and I will go meet the Lord in person, and our children, God willing, will still be here, and they will know there's a loving Heavenly Father who's got them, who loves them, who adores them, who's crazy about them, and is always seeking to reveal His plan for them throughout the day, and they understand that what they get to do with Him is far more important than what they try to do for Him. Number two, that their mother and father are a manifestation of the unconditional love of God on the earth, that we always have their back. And number three, that your family always comes before your profession, your business, or what it is that you do. We have decided that if our children leave our home with these values, that is winning. If they leave the home highly educated, highly wealthy, extremely financially successful, and they have missed those, we have failed them as parents. For Angela and I, again, this isn't the right way, it isn't the only way. I'm sharing you our way. I'm sharing with you our way. I'm telling you what our goals were. Zig Ziglar says, if you don't have a clear vision, you're a wandering generality versus being a meaningful specific. You have the ability to articulate with clarity what it is that you intend to send your children out with in this earth. Now, by the way, let me give you a couple little side notes, a little addendums to this. When a kid knows there's a loving father who loves him, who is merciful to him, who is gracious to him, who is forgiving to him, guess how that kid shows up in the earth around other people? You nailed it. They tend to be loving. They tend to be gracious. They tend to be non-judgmental. They tend to be forgiving because they are able to give out from what they receive. They receive vertically and give horizontally. You see, there's all kinds of other outflows of that core of values that just falls into place when the order is right. When it's God first, family second, business third, that order automatically facilitates a way that your kid shows up in this earth. And here's what I want you to hear as I close today, mothers and fathers, with your kids. You do your best, and then you trust God for the rest. You can't do it all on your own, and it's going to be really scary if you're honest with yourself. You do your best, and you trust God to do the rest. You partner with the good Lord. When you do things His way, you place things in order for His hand to be involved, and now you have a greater chance of the peace that surpasses understanding, knowing that when you've done all you can do for your kiddo, you then place them in the hands of the good Lord, and then He'll take over for the rest of their lives. Have a great day, guys.